It's Monday the 7th of June 2021, and having successfully come through Rugeley, we were soon caught up with the fuel boat, and we encountered a bit of a kerfuffle here because out of the picture to our right there's a boat moored on the towpath side, and she's waiting for fuel from the fuel boat. Because there's a boat coming in the opposite direction, he should give way, but he decided he was going to chance it and go past them. So it soon became clear that there was going to be a collision. So the fuel boat had to suddenly throw himself into reverse. We stopped and tried to get across as far as we could, but this guy that was coming down first hit the boat that was moored, and then he bounced off them and hit us. The fuel boat in the meantime, because he was reversing, lost his steering, so he's in the middle of the canal. Plus there's another boat behind the fuel boat coming under the bridge. So it was chaos for a while, all because this chap didn't give way. Anyway, this is what happened. You'll be pleased to know, by the way, that I have got myself a decent tiller pin now, and I've got rid of the 6-inch screw. Anyway, we got through Handsacre, and before long the fuel boat was catching us up again, and for the next few miles we were with the fuel boat most of the way. He kept catching us up as we slowed down for boats, and then we seemed to get a bit ahead of him as he slowed down for boats, and it was like that for 4 or 5 miles then.
Busy.
On the way up just past Fradley, we noticed a lot of sort of tree clearance and ground clearance going on, and we didn't quite know what it was all about. It looked like a new building site or something. Anyway, later on the cruise, I think it was in Stone, was speaking to somebody, and he told me that this clearance was all to do with the new HS2 route. So this is what HS2 route does to the landscape by the canal at this point. This is approaching Fradley.
We're at Orrewas Lock. We've just left Orrewas about 5 minutes ago. Stayed there last night. We're on the penultimate day of the cruise, heading for Willington tonight. So that will take us through Burton on Trent. Should be at Willington by 4, 5 o'clock. I want to call at Burton Marina for some diesel, and we've also emptied 1 bottle of gas. So we need to get another, but we've tried 2 places for gas and there seems to be a shortage, a nationwide shortage, and it's alleged it's due to everybody having barbecue gas during lockdown because they're at home, nothing to do, so they're having barbecues, and they found out that Canal gas is a lot cheaper than this patio gas that you can buy for barbecues. Apparently there's plenty of gas about, but the bottles to put it in are scarce, so we're finding that's a bit of a problem. We talked to the coal boat man yesterday because he sells gas, and he hadn't got any. He ordered a load and it didn't come because they couldn't supply him, so it sounds as though it might be a bit difficult to get hold of. But we're just about to go onto the river now. Sue's just setting the lock, and she's standing at the side of the indicator board which says open as normal, so the river should be quite gentle. It's almost like a canal, except near the weirs where you get a bit of a current. But we've got about 1.25 miles probably on the river, and then we hit the A38, which starts to get noisy from this peace and tranquility at Orrewas. And there's a boat in, but already you can hear the A38 roaring away in the background. We've got some Canal River Trust men dealing with some weed as well. Presumably that's to keep it away from the lock. So we're just waiting a few minutes for this boat to do the lock, and then we'll be in. We've arrived at Burton Marina, and the reason we've called here is because we wanted to fill up with diesel before we got to Shardlow, and that's the diesel pump. And we've also managed to get a bottle of gas, so that's good. So young lad's just seeing to payment. My accountant's dealing with that. This is why I like boating so much, you don't have to pay for fuel. So yeah, it's the first time we've been in here, it's quite pleasant. Helped by the weather, of course. If it was slinging down with rain, it wouldn't quite look the same. But yeah, there's quite a few people up there in the shopping area, but we're not going that way. This looks like boat sales here. Somebody doing a survey perhaps. Yeah, so we're okay. We've come off the river safely, we've come up by the A38 safely, and we've got the fuel, so we don't need to stop for water or toilet. So it'll be a straight run home with a stopover tonight at Willington. Just leaving Burton Marina now. She's just checking for traffic. reached Willington, and it's our last night aboard. Tomorrow is Shardlow and home. So it's quite a pleasant evening. We've had a decent day. It's been hot. We came through Burton and Trent and had a bit of an extended lunch to get out the heat, really. We found a shady spot to moor up, although it was next to the A38. It was in the shade, so we had about an hour and a half there, set off at 3:30, and then we got here exactly at 5 o'clock. It's about 8:15 now. It's cooling off, and whilst we were away I bought some new rope fenders, because I was fed up with the rubber ones falling into locks, and once they fall off they sink, so that's it, they're gone. And I've lost another 3 or 4 while we've been on this cruise, so I'm going to try these. These are held on with little metal links through the eyes and the side of the hull, so they should be a bit more sturdy, a bit more resistant to catching in lock gates. So I did that side a couple of nights ago when we moored on that side of the canal. So I'm doing this side tonight, because this is the first night for some time that we've actually moored up on this side. So I'm just doing this now, and then I'm going to retire and have a glass of wine. This is what they should look like, and this is what most of them end up looking like. So I'm doing away with them and putting these rope ones on. So that's how they fit, with this slight D-link. Just need to turn that round, that's it. So that's it, job done. Oh, it's a bit tight in the middle, but that's how they sit. I don't think that one's going to go down the gap. Yep, that's in. They're better because they're higher up as well, and they protect you from the armco. The others were too deep down, so I needed to put mooring fenders on as well. This way I don't need to put the mooring fenders on. Somebody's watching what I'm doing. That's that done then. It's wine o'clock.